Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. We're now on our 6th episode and about 20 hours in to the game. Last time we've kind of got up to a good point in the game where we've just beaten Bahamut. Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. We're now on our 6th episode. As of the last stream, about 20 hours in to the game. Install the Rising Tide because it's now last time we've kind of got up to a good point in the game where we've just beaten. Let's read through these. As always, I can see more. Return to the hideaway. As always. Thanks for purchasing this. As of the last stream, Rising Tide, I've been able to install the Rising Tide because it's now the 19th, so a day after the DLC's come out. So let's read through these. As always, I can see more. My cam's blocking some of the screen. So thanks for purchasing the Rising Tide. Your new content is ready to play. Access additional content to access the Rising Tide questline. You must have unlocked Origin on the world map, as well as completed the side quests where there's a will and priceless. To unlock Kairos Gate, battle content in the hideaways Elite Stone is first cleared with the main game as well as the Rising Tide storyline. So as soon as you download bonus items will be available for redemption from the system tab in the main menu upon reaching the main Origin scenario quest H, which is basically the last area of the game. This is basically the same message that you get for Echoes of the Fallen, which you can see at the bottom, where there's a will as well as the Rising Tide. So as soon as you download it, basically you need to get is Joshua, unlocking Origin on the world map, which is basically the last area of the game, so that we can access before you defeat the last boss. The Echoes of the Fallen DLC, where there's a will and priceless are to do the side quests which involve. So current plan, where there's a will is Joshua, finish the priceless is Jill. So until when we get Origin, far enough so that we can access a shorter stream, the Echoes of the Fallen DLC, we will also be far enough to do the Rising Tide DLC. And so current plan after is finish the main game, do a up until we've unlocked Origin. Battle. Then we'll do a standalone. A shorter stream or just a stream on just Echoes of the Fallen. We'll do that. Everything will be all completed to what I think I need to do. Possibly straight after. So then we can kind of get to how I feel. We'll do Echoes of the Fallen. What am I talking about? You know, like the last battle. Rising Tide as a standalone, as like a clean slate, all on its own. And then once we've done that, we can do that. I think then we'll, as I always say, will be all completed to what I think I need to do. Let's get that. So then we can kind of get to the Echoes of the Fallen. Bloody hell, what am I talking about? The Rising Tide as like a clean slate, all on its own, and we can do that. So, as I always say, without further ado, I've unlocked. Let's get back into these. So let's claim all of them. So Cortana. Oh, was that the weapon that we saw? Right. It did just say that I've unlocked.
Did you see the bear that got hauled into time?
These. So let's claim all of them. No wait, so Cortana. Was that the weapon that we saw? No wait, we are. I don't think it's as good as what the Omega weapon is, but I think the fact that we've got it, we might as well use it. What it reads is, taking up this expertly crafted blade in one's hands invokes strange yet familiar images of burdens both born and... I don't think it's as good as what the Omega weapon is, but I think the fact that we've got it, we might as well use it. What it reads is, taking up this expertly crafted blade in one's hands invokes strange yet familiar images of burdens both borne and overcome.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh yeah.
Are we even safe here?
Ultimate CPU is a lot higher than it was yesterday. Primogenesis. So we're now
with a, what's it called? It's darkened sky everywhere. Change reset.
Oh. And Ultima activated Primogenesis, so we're now with a, what's it called? It's darkened sky everywhere. Change reset. I left that as is. It should have been running quite nicely.
CPU usage was going to reach 70 at one point. Stream. The only thing I can think of is that I'm using the second screen as my monitor, just so I'm kind of a bit more dead on.
I feel like I left that as is.
CPU usage was going to reach 70 at one point. The only thing I can think of is that I'm using the second screen as my monitor, just so I'm kind of a bit more. We'll see how it goes. If it starts jumpy,
close
might
that.
change something again. But without further ado,
Not make a difference really.
How far's the realm? The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies.
We'll see how it goes. If it starts getting choppy,
and Gav,
might have to change something
he's
again.
with your uncle in the Free Cities.
But without further ado,
helping Mid with her
I'll
project.
say that too many times.
Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned
Too many
foul.
times.
Still waiting on a reply though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Speak to Vivian as she's here.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
Speak to Vivian as she's here.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
You're not wrong, Vivian. Vivian lecture time.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether.
You're not wrong,
But
Vivian.
not like this.
Vivian lecture
Crystals
time.
that filled wells and fuels. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Interesting. Now on to Hippocrates. See if he's seen this before.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Certainly is, boy. Certainly
Let me
is.
guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible.
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope.
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a cashier at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It pours.
Fucking pours. The curse
fucking
breakers
pours.
are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
We're on our way. We're not on our fucking way.
How may I help you today, Clive?
You may give me that. Yep.
All yours.
Yep.
You earned this. All done?
Thanks. There was the orchestrion rolls that came with the DLC. So let's have a listen to them, and then we'll go down the list of the dilemmas.
It seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
I've seen so many. I think I went through on my Final Fantasy run and got a load of them. Sounds like battle music. If I was to guess. Does sound good though. Oh, come on. This is so anime. There's just someone left there. Just look at that. Anything whatsoever. Bear with me.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
Oh, yeah.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Oh, it's done.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Oh yeah, moving my cam down last time for this one. I must remember the number though. Just there, so you can just see the progress. We'll go 460. Remember that, right? 460. That's how many pixels there are. Go. So yeah, a lot of places around are becoming Akashic. So there's like ether floods and all that kind of stuff that are basically turning whatever they touch into Akashic.
Clive, wounded.
Oh.
We deal with the Akashic first.
It's over.
Second wave. Nice.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
Guardians of the Flame, you can see with the
If you've
uniform.
come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
We'll do our best.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. A lot of them.
So Wade.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
I hate these things.
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
You've got so much defense as well. Weak on the head, that's all you do. Should hopefully be a bit fast. Should be able to take the other side still. Nice. I think that was the end of this one.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
Oh god.
A second horde.
Not East
Feel
Pool.
like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Good stuff.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Yeah.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
After all the stuff with East Pool, with Lady Hannah and all the bearers and stuff.
Just
It's just another thing to add to the mix, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not bothering with the chopper there because it was going to be loaded. There's caching goblins and whatever the fuck they are.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
I hate these things. So,
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round to wait. Shall we?
There we go. Oh, God's sake. So annoying.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
There we go.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Should have probably said yes regardless. Okay, is that you, Dom?
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Should have probably said
Oscar?
yes regardless.
Over here.
Okay, is that you,
It
Dom?
is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
That's cool.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Okay, Smart's reached on. Let's go north reach first. That's next on this end of it, isn't it?
First we find Isabel.
Yeah.
We had a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side
I
of the
saw
wall.
it with my own eyes. Whole of
I
us.
saw it with my own eyes.
Then we're next.
Probably is.
I can't do it. I can't. But you can.
You're not Isabel.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashyyyk, but different.
Artemis thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Should be visible for you guys. Yeah, just now.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
See what's
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
How many legs? I don't need legs.
Madame, please!
What about his legs?
Half the
You
garrison's
don't
been
need
sorted
those.
by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered. Or take it up and do what is right.
Mm-hmm.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
Rational.
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort. But I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family!
It's all right.
Still in the capital.
Give me your arm. I'm so sorry.
That thing?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
on the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the boys there in the flood.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Fly, Ambrosia. That's what he says again. He did say this time. It's all Ethan bloody, unfortunately.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me. Save your strength. Nice try.
Oh, you can see the experience bar now. That's good.
Do you think there are more?
No.
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
He's a good man.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love...
For the right reasons.
...include the one standing before me.
Hey, yo.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning.
Best way to look at things
Thank
like
you
that.
again, Clive.
And then to Dallenmill.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dallenmill has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dallenmill's little problem.
Oh.
And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own.
Well,
I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Yes, we'll go to the quest. Not that you guys can see.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
So what is it here?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
Victor.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dallenmill is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dallenmill's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamul's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would... I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
I should just see straight through.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Cool.
Right. It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Maybe.
Good news, Sid.
both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
I'll get that version.
They mean to overwhelm us.
You lose. It's over.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Hope so.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Sorry if there's been any duel
Natalie,
audio. I didn't realise my
I
camera
owe
was
you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
At least they're sorted.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Come now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. Absolutely. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
And that is all three of them done. Good stuff. There was also something in the patch notes.
My friends,
which said that there are now ability. There we go. Ability sets. Tired of having to manually adjust your iconic ability set each time you want to use different abilities? Did you know you can register up to 5 sets of iconic abilities via the gear tab in the main menu? While on this tab, use L1 or R1, cycle through the sets and customize them as you wish. Cool. Still want to use Phoenix. I still want to use Titan. And I still want to use Odin. But I want... Wait, your Diamond Dust. And Flint's Rebirth. For Titan, I want Pile Drive and Earth and Fury. And then for Odin, not Gungnir, Heaven's Cloud. And I want Dancing Steel. But no, that's my current one. Basically, isn't it? Yeah, it's exactly the same. Let's put some points into Judgment Bolt, because as it gets further along, that does a lot more damage to one specific enemy, but I still want that on. So that's good. Set 2. And yeah, I've got Cortana. We know about that, don't we? Yeah. We'll stay on that set. Everything else is all the same. No, it's not. Yeah, I've got it the wrong way around. Either that way around. Yeah.
Do you have things under control?
Back to Otto.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised? All done?
Yeah.
Was wondering when you turn up.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this
and
background music.
All our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose.
Gameplay.
Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nation's still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tyler says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Joshua! My boy! That's my boy! Oh, Dion's still asleep.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Design.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Just one.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at one.
He said the thing. He said nigh. Because that's nigh. It's me.
It's acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess,
sure will.
I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Oh shit.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map.
She loves
Look
her map.
here.
This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Taya not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
As he always does. Let's go. Honestly, I love that song so much. Central Dalmechia. Okay. Best party. Cloak and dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Please.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Leave me alone. Got places to be. It's a long way away.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Have to go through it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Yeah, if you don't ever get your chocobo in this game, it would take so long to get anywhere, especially in sections like this, where all you're doing is just running.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
I can walk from here.
Hello.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Hello, it's me, Clive.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Hold it. Sound like migrant villages.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you?
It's almost a Wilhelm scream.
Distinguished members of the Council.
Sleep near.
You must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
Has he? You sure about that?
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
What guards?
Enough. Pathetic creatures.
that you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
What was he saying? The consciousness is drawn. What's he saying about mid?
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Oh, tapestry.
By the flames.
It's not complete.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother.
What he just said to Yote there is what they say into Stolas's, and it's like from me to you, but they also share thoughts and stuff like that. It has a specific meaning, but it's along those lines.
Brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
No.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Let's. Ultima looks a lot like a freak.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
See a hooded man, instantly goes for the sword.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
And with a seal there.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then?
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under siege.
Chuck about time.
Ready, go? Faster!
Ka-chow! We said just to find out about the
Then let us be rid of them.
But I want to see the completed world and talk about it and what it's called and everything like that.
Don't get surrounded.
But I don't like giving away spoilers. I don't like receiving them, for sure.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
So I'll talk about it when we get to it. And not a second. Dang eluders. Ruining everything.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Let's go. Three cities of Canva.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Huh. I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Byron.
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my
Byron
brother.
hasn't seen him.
Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol. But everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Oh, Mid, you're so funny. Byron, say hello to your nephew. He lives as well.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
Oh.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, brings a tear to my eye.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
100%.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
I love all these characters so much. Doggy.
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
Doggy's the best
You too.
boy. Let's go, boy. Me and you. Even fall.
All right,
or as
Toby.
we say in England,
Let's
even
find those
or
survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Yeah. Fucking balls. They have a cave troll.
They've been routed.
Oh shit.
They're wearing Waluta armor.
fuck. So yeah, we are getting a good amount of XP again. It's not enough to be like leveling up, but it's better than nothing. Clearer as well, so let's use this one first. Take one to cooldown. Should be going back. Yeah.
That sounded big. leaders gather, there may still be survivors inside.
I said agora, like agoraphobia. Agora? Okay, I suppose.
Where are they?
This is like a boss arena.
These creatures. Does Optimus reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Say, I miss both of them.
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield.
I think Sleipnir's is it Odin's spear, sword, but yeah, and then he's of House Harvard, so it's like everything's all weapon related.
Or not.
As long as you don't hold back.
Too slow.
Forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord Zari. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos.
Yes!
Nice try.
Nice. And a good amount of XP as well.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
Semi-blind, whereas we are men.
You are luck is all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Oh, thank you, Seth. Abby Toggle.
Power beyond reckoning. And they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Sometime later, city outskirts, the free cities of Canver. The ironworks.
Will he be alright?
The
He's
phoenix
always
can
all
mend
right.
flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body.
He said the thing.
But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
He said the thing.
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
You can feel her.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Let's find some of the writings then, shall we? A Song of Hope. A song.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crooked?
Clive. But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Two seconds, guys. Search Mid's dungeon. Oh, I can't wait to get to the DLC though. Just, it looked so good. And it's like, just intriguing me in a way. Two iconic ability sets.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever send?
Like, yeah, sure enough, one of them's Leviathan, but what's the question marks?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. She'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I think it's going to take a long time to finish that DLC though.
What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Continue searching.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Midadol, I know you like your rizzles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best. And so in choosing its place of rest, I recall your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on that last rhyme.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
God, this background music's so good. I mean, I'm a sucker for guitar anyway, but it's so anime.
you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
Wasn't like that a minute ago.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing.
There you
We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this.
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes.
Uh-oh.
How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
It started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Play my music. That's not my music.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails? Try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Alright, let's fix this. And actually fix it. There we go. Much better.
I were right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise!
Ah, yeah, you're right.
And the world's never seen anything like
Thank you
my
very
dad's
much.
engine.
Appreciate it.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me?
The boys are back. Oh, Amy.
Here they come.
Take care of these fuckers.
Behind you? I'll have you know, Earthbreaker here. One struck fear into the heart of every man in the fleet.
About that offer, Gav?
How are we doing, Mid?
I thought you said that ship was fast.
Should we wait to down? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, good stuff. Full bar of that though. good. Let's go to Super. It's a good finishing move anyway. Looks good.
That was easy enough.
We're all done. Let's go.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Uh-oh. Sleep there? You're dead.
But I thought he was...
Confound it. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Oh, fuck. They all are.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Oh, the music.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my efforts. No matter, heads will roll, all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor!
Let's have it.
Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through a Megan's veins. These foes will not fall easily, but they will.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe.
So this first goes forward.
Good thing I brought one!
I look fine.
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Yeah.
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
Right, run for it!
Cinematic jump. He's not gonna miss. Deserve a lot more XP than that.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
You tell him, mid. I've got the iron hair you are to catch. Poor Jill. Barnabas.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary.
Point being?
You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Yeah. Even if he wanted to, he would never hurt Jill, because at the end of the day, she's the dominant of Shiva. She's there for, in his eyes, to be absorbed by Clive, or Mythos, whatever you want to call him. Because then that's for Ultima and his vessel, isn't it? So it needs to be the perfect vessel for his master. So he would do whatever he needs to do to see that Clive's fit for him. The Enterprise.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
Just slave driver. In the best way.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless.
He's more valuable in other ways.
Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, oh, Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, you can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Ah, the Rosfield boys are back together. Oh, Dion. Oh, poor lad.
Great God of mercy. All this.
Oh, poor boy.
What have I done?
Oh. Dion, it's okay. Medicine Girl will save you.
My lord.
Oh dear.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed! Aye, aye!
Do you feel that,
Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever. It's now or never.
I'll find her.
See, it's like semi-primed. Through the maelstrom.
Where did you hide, Barnabas?
Cut it down!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra someone!
Who will steer the ship?
Boss.
Only one.
back.
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still! Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
Looks so cool. Uh-oh. He's fully primed.
Odin. In honest then.
So is Joshua. Now we're just on the seafront, exactly like Moses.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua? The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march.
It is true.
Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Bye-bye.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
So it is.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
No, don't do that. It's mockery.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust
You
me,
mustn't.
Jill.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
Run. Run, no.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Let's try.
Defend yourself. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Rise, Mythos!
Nice try.
Freezer God! You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God. No.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms.
Yes,
not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Yeah, no matter what you do, you always lose that fight. It's rather infuriating.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
Then maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe. But do you really know me? what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for, of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill.
Yes, we know.
What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love.
Yeah.
It's what you do. What you've always done.
To save yourself is an important line, though.
And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Interesting.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
You didn't exactly fight it.
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden,
willing.
I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
As nice as that is, Barnabas has just said we shouldn't be like that. His master wants the power of the dominance altogether, and he's just falling into his hands by doing what he's just done and absorbing Jill's power. Because now he's got 6 out of the 7 dominants. And the only one that's remaining is Barnabas. Madness.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
Not right now.
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Puppy. Light's already there. And again, I think half of Ash is lighted.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
That sounds like a good idea, Clive, but that's going to have to wait. Because that is the end of today's episode. Which is quite a lot though. We've obviously fought through the game, fought Barnes at the end, and although it's an unwinnable fight, it kind of shows us that there's still more work that Clives needs to do to get stronger. We've now got 6 out of the 7 powers. Phoenix, Garuda, Ramu, Titan, Bahamut, and now Shiva. So the only one that's remaining is Odin. And to get Odin, I doubt he's going to give it give it freely, like the Phoenix, like Ramu, and like now with Shiva. So we're going to have to take it from him. He's the next big villain that we've got to take down. And then the only one remaining after that is Ultima. So next time we'll pick it up, and yeah, we are definitely now getting close and closer to the end. There's a few little bits that we have to do, but like I said, we'll do the main story up until the point of where we get to Origin. We'll stop there, and then we'll go on to the Echoes of the Fallen DLC, complete that, and then I think we'll then go and complete Origin like I did on my first playthrough, and then after that we'll focus solely on the DLC and the second DLC, the Rising Tide DLC, because I really want to play it. I really want to play it, but we'll do it in the right way, the way that I've done it before, and then from there we can just focus solely on that DLC, enjoy it together, and then when we're all done on that playthrough, I'll do Final Fantasy on my own, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So that's the plan going forward. I'm committed, sticking to it. So yeah, at least one more episode before we get to Echoes of the Fallen. But you know, it's taken a long slog to get here. But within 30 hours, we should get the first base game done. And Echoes of the Fallen isn't too long at all. It's I did it. They quoted it within 3 hours. I think I did it quicker than that on both playthroughs. So yeah, it's that's definitely a 1 episode thing, as is defeating Ultima. And then yeah, as many episodes as it takes for Rising Tide, but I'm not going to rush that at all. But we'll get there when we get there. For now, thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.